Fun fact, I now have 12 different businesses with 12 different brands, and not once did I actually sit down and ask myself, what kind of business should I start? I don't know. Should I do this or should I do that? I have no idea. Not once did that happen. In fact, none of the businesses I started were actually my idea. The ideas just came to me. The ideas sometimes came to me at 4 o'clock in the night, and I then jumped out of bed and wrote them down. Sometimes I had an idea while I was under the shower. Then there were other times when I was deep into a meditation, and then boom, 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 download after download after download. I mean, if you, for example, listened to the episode that I did about my experience on the second week-long advanced retreat from Dr. Joe Dispenza that I ever went to, which was in London in the UK. And in this episode, at least I think that I shared it back then, I had an experience during the week-long advanced retreat in London where I was deep in a meditation, and that was a meditation that was right before lunch. And during the event, I became friends with an amazing little group of people who I'm still in contact with. And during this meditation, right before lunch, I had download after download after download after download for different products, coachings, business ideas, just everything coming boom, 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 boom. And I still remember how then one of my friends there was dragging me while holding my hand to the lunchroom, and I was just recording in my phone via voice recording all the ideas that I got because I didn't want to lose them. And at the end of the lunch, while we were queuing to get our lunch, I had a huge list of things that I want to do. And in fact, there are so many ideas that it will probably take me another couple of months to put them all into practice, maybe even 1 or 2 years. But that's the power of brain and heart coherence. That's the power of how Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches heart coherence. And that's what allowed me to manifest 12 businesses, because there was a time when I had one business, and with this business I struggled so much while I was working 10 to 12 hours a day, and I didn't get any money. I didn't manifest any money. I mean, that was during a time when I wasn't aware that manifestation actually works, and I was trapped in the survival emotions, in stress, negativity, resentment, self-hate, and the results that I achieved back then in my physical reality, if you can even call it achievement, were the perfect reflection of my energy back then. And nowadays, I'm operating 12 different businesses, which is 12 times as much as I was doing back then. However, I'm only working about 3, 4, or 5, sometimes even 6 hours a day, but most of the time less than 5 hours a day, and I'm making way more money than I did back then. All because I learned about the law of attraction, all because I finally figured out how to make money, how to become a magnet to money, and that's also what motivated me and inspired me on that journey to create the Money Manifestation Magnet program for you, which is a 6-week guided meditation program in which I guide you step by step through 6 guided meditations into a state where you can easily manifest money into your life. And if you want to find out more about this program, you can go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/money. And another vital part, if not the most important part, or let's say the most important aspect of my success with my different businesses, was brain and heart coherence, the way Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches it. Because there's something about brain and heart coherence, and that's why I also often practice that with my coaching clients. There's something about brain and heart coherence that's just magical. And in the beginning, I didn't even want to believe it. I thought to myself, oh yeah, I focus my energy on my heart and then on my brain, and then I let the energy flow. Yeah, okay, I mean, why not? And I then read some research from the Heart Math Institute, where it said that it can regulate your immune system because it changes your brainwave state and the stress hormones go down. And I thought to myself, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I can logically explain that. But when it comes to manifestations, and I kid you not, I had most of the ideas for my businesses. In fact, most synchronicities, most downloads. Yeah, especially most downloads with specific ideas that I then put into practice. I had them during brain and heart coherence. There's not one action when it comes to manifesting my dreams that I did that had a bigger effect on the results that I got. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing this with you, and I'm so fired up about reading a few quotes from an article from the website from Dr. Joe Dispenza for you. And this article is called The Heart and Brain Tango. And it basically focuses on the principle and also the meditation of synchronizing the heart to the brain, which, like I said before, it's also something that I often practice with my Skype coaching clients. They have incredible results with it. And if you want to find out more about coaching with me, you can go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/coaching and find out more about the different coaching sessions I offer. And it's also something that I use from time to time as an introduction in a hypnosis session. So yes, I'm all about brain and heart coherence. And what I want to do now is to first read this quote, or let's say these couple of quotes from this article, which is called The Heart and the Brain Tango from Dr. Joe Dispenza. And then I want to discuss some of the points with you in greater detail and give you practical advice on them. This dance occurred when people relaxed, opened their focus to space, became heart-centered, and settled into their meditation. When they achieved this relaxed state, their heart began producing a very low frequency, a frequency that is indigenous only to the energy of the heart. When people place their attention in their heart, you know I can't resist reminding you that where you place your attention is where you place your energy, and continued breathing through their creative center in an elevated emotional state, their hearts actually began receiving more energy. Not only did we see heart coherence, which is the new normal, but their hearts also began beating with a different energy. All of this is to say that when our hearts are relaxed and open, we become more creative. The heart informs the brain that it's safe to create, it's safe to awaken, and it's safe to raise its consciousness out of survival. When that happens, we can see new possibilities, because we are no longer trapped in limited survival emotions. The frequency, intensity, and duration of energy in the brain began speeding up into faster and faster gamma brainwave patterns. It's these elegant, orderly changes in the brain that bring us into greater levels of conscious awareness. All of this is to say that the more relaxed and in our hearts we are, the more our brain and body open up to energy. The research findings confirmed that there is a zone when our bodies are super relaxed and calm and our minds are more awake and aware. It's when we're not operating in survival, not feeling threatened, in danger, anxious, or worried about the next moment. Instead, we're just very present and at the same time very joyfully conscious. That's the formula right there. That's the side effect of heart and brain coherence. This is the natural state of being that great individuals, leaders, artists, athletes, saints, mystics, and masters throughout time operated out of. Their initiations were the challenges that caused them to not be moved by the external world and to instead remain in the eye of the hurricane, centered in a greater level of awareness. And that's the power of brain and heart coherence in the words of Dr. Joe Dispenza. And there were a few points that Dr. Joe Dispenza talked about that I found incredibly interesting and that I can really 100% honestly with all my belief say, yes, it's the truth. Remember what he said in this one part of this quote that I just read to you, or let's say of this part of this article. All of this is to say that when our hearts are relaxed and open, we become more creative. And this is pure magic. So many of my coaching clients, when they want to manifest money, tell me, I don't know how to manifest money. I don't know what business to start. I don't know what job to apply for. I don't know how I can attract the money into my life. When you practice brain and heart coherence on a regular basis, the ideas will come to you. Like I said in the beginning of this episode, there was not one point in my life where I asked myself, what kind of business should I create? It just came to me. Or please allow me to rephrase that. Within the last 3 years, there was not one point in my life where I asked myself this question. Before that, when I only had one business and I was struggling with it really, really hard, I always asked myself constantly, oh, what can I do? What product can I create? What can I do next? But it never came to me because I was not in a creative state. And that's also why Dr. Joe Dispenza calls our heart the center of creation. In fact, I also included one module in the 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program that you can find out more about by going to affirmationtomanifestation.com/11 days, written 11 like the number and days, everything written together. And in this module, I teach you in great detail how to create brain and heart coherence, how to let the energy flow, and how to also activate the energy in different parts and energy centers in your body. And I truly believe with all my heart, with my whole center of creation, that the more you're practicing that and the better you get at it, the more downloads the universe will send to you, the more ideas will come to you, the more synchronicities will flow to you. And you can constantly be in a state of brain and heart coherence. You can, for example, always remind yourself throughout the day multiple times to get into a state of brain and heart coherence. And you can then practice it. You can let the energy flow. You can feel your heart and you can connect with your heart. And by doing that, you are in a state of creation. You are constantly in this state of blissful creative creation. And then you can experience the same that I've experienced during the week-long advanced retreat in a very admittedly extreme way where I got download. Or you can also experience it how I now experience it on an almost daily basis, where whenever I want to reach the next level in my manifestation and my business, I simply go into brain and heart coherence, I let the energy flow, and boom bada boom, there's the solution, there's the idea, and there's the synchronicity. And that's the true story of how Dr. Joe Dispenza's heart coherence allowed me to manifest 12 businesses and to simply allow these businesses to come to me because the ideas came to me and I've had download after download after download, and you can achieve the same. And if you want to work with me on creating brain and heart coherence, or maybe you're interested in booking your first hypnosis session because you want to finally be able to reach the frequency of what you want to manifest, and you want to let go of negative beliefs and of all kinds of negative emotions that are holding you to the past and that are stopping your manifestation and that are leading to resistance in your life. If you want to find out more about coaching with me, go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/coaching. There you can have a look at the different coaching sessions. And if you want to talk to me about anything you want to talk about, then of course you can simply book a Skype coaching session that you can also find out more about on my coaching page or by going directly to affirmationtomanifestation.com/Skype. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please send out some love to the YouTube universe by giving this video a big thumbs up. And I would also appreciate it if you would leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you.